There's a video now. WatchdogOnWallStreet.com.
It's like a heavy metal Christmas or something. I don't know. Well, welcome back to the world famous Jiggy Jaguar show, coast to coast and border to border, on the Starcom Radio Network, 20-plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world. Our good friends at TuneIn, also Radio Loyalty, and, of course, iHeartRadio. Yes, iHeartRadio. If you've got the iHeartRadio app, you can get us on there as well. Tonight, Evin Brady, part of a huge show at the Rusty Needle Sports Bar here in the great Salt City of Hutchinson, Kansas. 10 p.m. is when that kicks off. And Evin is with us in studio. He's nice enough to drop by and hang out with us. You were telling me during the break that you're getting ready to put out. This sounds like the coolest concept. And one thing about it is that once you do this, someone will steal this idea because it is so damn cool. But tell me about the CD or series of
Somebody
CDs.
always wants to steal my ideas. Bastards.
Hey, they do it here all the time to me.
No.
And if you talk to Claire's, they love stealing his ideas.
That's funny. No, I've been wanting to do a full band record for a long time, and the finances for that are, oh man, it's so expensive to record a record these days, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Especially whenever you're an independent artist. But so I decided that I was going to do an acoustic record, which I play a lot of solo and duo and trio acoustic shows anyways, so it seemed like the right thing to do. But I didn't want to do just me and a guitar. I wanted to add something. I figured I'd be like cheating somebody if I just did me and a guitar and guitar. But no, so my idea is just to keep people informed on new songs and keep something new in their hands. Putting out an EP about every 6 months or so, and I'm calling it Stripped in Strings. And the reason for that is because it's going to be stripped down, just me and acoustic, and I'm going to add a string section. I'm going to put a string trio or string quartet on it or something like that. And a lot of songs will be changed around completely just to accommodate, you know, that, which will be cool. You know, I mean, I got some songs that, you know, I might, you know, be. You know, and I might end up changing it to, you know, something just just change it around. You know, keep it fresh and fun, and you know, hopefully it's a lot of fun doing. Like I said, I'm about halfway through. I haven't stuck strings or anything on it yet, but I think it's going to be a process. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, what's some of the hard trials and tribulations you've had to go through as a starving indie artist, or have you had to go through some of those? Because I know there's a lot of bands that
I think everybody goes through. It's definitely not all glamour, and a lot of the bigger artists make it even harder on some of the smaller artists. Financing is always the hardest deal.
Oh, better believe it.
Even playing certain venues, you know, people. I don't know. Some people expect you know, artists to come in and play for free, and I do a lot of those shows because I do love to play music and I do love to share my songs and stories with people. But you know, sometimes, you know, what people don't realize is that, you know, heck, you know, you pile $10,000 worth of gear into a $2,000 car and then drive 200 miles, spending, you know, $200 in gas and food and stuff like that for a, you know, $150, $200, $300 show. Yep. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. You know, I mean, cue the violins. But you know, and then
I
there's artists like
completely understand with that, and that's one of the things that we that was when we did Concerts for a Cause the first season. There was a lot of people that were like, well, do the bands get paid? And I'm like, well, no, because it's a charity event. But in the second season, we had people come through with money to be able to pay the bands, and now it's gotten to the point where we're not only getting them exposure, but everybody's getting paid. Because I hear you, that whole thing of bands doing it for free, that sucks.
Well, you know, and for a good cause like that, a lot of musicians are some of the most caring people that you'll ever be. They are always the first ones to donate their time.
Yeah.
I probably play anywhere from 2 to 5, 10 charities a year.
Yeah.
Just if it helps somebody out, then it's worth doing. And a lot of the times, if you structure benefits far enough in advance, a musician can route his bill and hit it. Like you said that your concerts for a cause is like around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And something like that, I can come play that and then still turn around and go play that night and pay for my trip. So it's not. I'm not whining about not getting paid.
No. That's not what I was.
But I think what I was talking about is a lot of major label artists don't make it any easier. Like who was it? Was it David Grohl, Foo Fighters?
Yep.
He said something about just give your music away and then play shows and all that. And I'm like that's and I love Dave Grohl. I love Foo Fighters. Don't get me wrong, but it sure makes it a lot easier when you got a bunch of Nirvana money.
Yes.
I mean, if I had a bank account, I would give away all my music. I know I would, but honestly, a lot of musicians surely put out records and charge for them so they could pay for the next record, and that's about what it comes down to.
Yeah. Well, what's the last tune that we've got here from you, my friend, before we let you go for today?
Honestly, I don't know. What do you want to hear? You want to hear something kind of folky country, or you want to hear something a little bit more R&B soul? You want to hear?
Why don't we go that route?
Okay,
let's go that route.
I'll play one called "All Physical." This song is about sex and physical attraction. Basic.
Well, it's perfect for this show.
A lot of my
then.
songs are about sex. So I know that you were saying something earlier about nobody knew how to Skype.
Nobody knew how to Skype but porn chicks in the very, very beginning of this whole crazy train that we're on.
I told you that's as good as reason as any to learn how to Skype.
That's right.
Hey there, little girl, what you trying to prove? Shaking those hips, make your body move to the rhythm and the beat of the radio. Got me asking questions, tell me where you wanna go, and I usually walk away. Don't wanna hurt tempt. Something's going on with you. Don't want to patronize. I was hypnotized. It's time I make my moves on you, and you know just what to do. I'm not trying to be clever, I know there's something better. There's no sense in dodging the truth, and I'm not superficial. No, it's beneficial. At times it's difficult when it's all physical. So tell me where you wanna go, I'll meet you there. Cause it's so hard for me, girl, not to stare when you're shaking those hips across the floor. Got me asking questions and you leave me wanting more. And I usually watch and learn, and I wait my turn. There's something's going on with you. Don't wanna patronize, ooh, but I was hypnotized. And they said it's time I make my moves on you, and you know just what to do. I'm not trying to be a clever, I know there's something better. Ooh, at times it's difficult, and I'm not superficial. I know it's beneficial. times it's difficult. When it's all fizzle, don't make this more than it has to be. When you and I merge consensually, tell me why is it so wrong? Two strangers making harmony. Tell me what I gotta do. Listen closely, tell the truth. Is it time I make my moves? And are you know what to do. I'm not trying to be clever. No, there's something better. There's no sense in dodging the truth. And I'm not superficial. I know it's beneficial. Times is difficult. When it's all physical. Ooh, something, no, it's all physical. No. Ooh, when it's all physical, there's something more physical.
Wow. You are fantastic, my man.
Thank you
Good
so much.
God, that is a hell of a voice you've got there.
Thank you.
Now,
I sucked for a really long time.
it just got overnight. It just boom. It is the fantastic Evin Brady with us today, and you can see him live at the Rusty Needle this evening for Mike Claire's birthday party. Should be a hell of a show, and then you're going to be on what, Kansas City next week?
Yep.
Or
Tomorrow.
this week, tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's
Yep, I head up to Kansas
2-day
City
little
to-
stint in KC.
Yeah,
So
downtown.
hell of a thing. Well, we're going to do this. Thanks for joining us today here on the big broadcast, and we will talk to you guys next week. If you're listening to us on the stream, our daily KKRP program is coming up here in just a few moments. So thanks for joining us here on the